Hello crafty friends. Today I am sharing a tutorial. Sweet Susan's Heartstrings asked me to share this tutorial, so I'm going to show y'all how I made this precious little guy here and what you need to do it. So first, I have some cardstock. Mine is the 110 pound, but it is you don't have to go digging into your expensive 110 pound cardstock. Just something thick. Even if your outside layer of the booklet is thicker, you don't even have to use this, and unless you want that the white background parts that are on there. But I just grabbed this because this is what I had in my, I had that as a scrap that I could use. And then whatever scrapbook papers that you want to use. So I'm using these two, and I'm using two different papers because I like to do the different contrast between the papers like that, because I like the way it looks. So these are the two that I grabbed out of my stash. And then of course, scissors, a pencil, a little hole puncher. I took the back off you'll see why I take my back off for this project in a minute. Some ribbon. This is the ribbon that I'm going to use. I grabbed a few embellishments that I'm going to add to that. Your favorite glue. That one's my favorite glue that I've been using forever. And then a tag punch. So you don't have to have the fancy tag punch at all. You can cut whatever design that you want out of the top. You could even cut it straight across, and if you have one of those hole punchers that have like a heart or star or all the cute shapes that they have them in, you can use that to cut your hole, and that would just look precious as well. But I wanted to use my tag punch and play around with it, so this is what I'm using. So first and foremost, I grab my school board. You can grab a measuring tape too. I'm not really usually good at measuring. I usually just eyeball things, but I'm gonna use it because it makes it easier to cut the line on this one. So I'm gonna do the 2-inch tag this time. So I'm gonna go ahead and score it, and this one that you're measuring is your inner pockets. So it is going to be for these. So whatever design scrapbook paper that you want for these two inner pockets, this is the paper that you're going to use to make that cut. So I'm just going to score it all the way down. I'll do it a couple times. And then let's cut it out. Just cut away. And I hope you all are having a really good week. Feels like this week is just really creeping by. I think it's because my mother's birthday's Friday, and my whole family's getting together to go to dinner, and I'm kind of looking looking forward to, excited about getting out of the house. So then next you take that piece and you put it in your 2-inch and you cut it. So this next part, you can choose to measure how long you want your tag, but I can just eyeball it and see how long I want it. So I want it about here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut right there. So it's about that big, and I like the size of that. I think it's cute. So then you cut your second piece for your second pocket, right there like that. And then you have the two. So you can either, put the two on top of each other like this. And you can either just cut it, or I'm actually gonna be good today and draw a line and cut it from there. Like that. So then you have your two inner pocket pieces. So next, you take those two pieces and you take your cardstock, scrap cardstock, and you can place these. You can use some tape, your tape that you have in your craft room or whatever, and tape them down if it's easier for you. Then you place them how you want them. So depending upon how big you want your little spine here is how you're going to draw these. So if you want it smaller or if you want it bigger, I like mine to kind of look like an actual little mini book. So I just do about that size right there. It's a cute size. So then you take it and you trace around your whole tag. You don't have to draw dark lines right here because I go back and erase this part always because I don't like to cover the spine on mine. So I go back and erase that. You definitely don't have to do that. You don't have to draw that part. You can go and score those lines later on your scoring order or by eye or however you do it. And then you trace the second one. I can't draw a straight line. I can't cut a straight line. There we go. So then you have your base. So this is what's going to make it hard. So after you have that, you can take it and you can cut it out, and I'll show you where to cut. So you cut along the entire side of the far right side. You cut it off the top. You cut around all of the edges of the tag, and that includes the other side too. You do the same thing. You cut along, just along the curve. See, you cut the curve along the curve. That's another part that you want to cut out. So then you can go just make that. Once you get your curve on this side, you can go on and just cut it straight across to start your cut. See how I cut straight across right there? Straight across to start your cut on the other tag. And don't worry if it's not perfect. It's handmade. So therefore you can go back and you can clean it up with your scissors later. It is okay. So then once you get this sweet little thing, then you take your scrapbook paper that you want for the cover. So I want this precious little Christmas one. And I don't know why I'm thinking about Christmas. Are y'all Christmas crafting yet? Because it is too hot here to be thinking about Christmas crafting where I'm at. So then you take it and you put it, you take the little thing that you just, a piece of your cardstock, and place it on top, and you do another trace. So if you want it in a particular spot on your design on your scrapbook paper, a specific area, make sure that you do that first, because you want to make sure that it's how that you want your design. So you do that, and then it's easier if you have some tape or something going on too. So just go along the line. Just, I'm gonna go back double it up to make sure I have it good and straight. So after you do that, then this is going to be your cover. So you cut your cover out as well. Let me get it out of this paper right here. And you just cut it along. I think it would be really cute to do just different shapes on the top without the tag punch as well. It'd be interesting to see what you can come up with using your creativity to make a cute, different shape on the top. with this. So once you do that, then you have your cover and you have your base. So what I like to do before I do the scoring in the middle is I like to glue on, what is that? Oh, it's a little piece of paper. Glue on your cover to your cardstock. So you can use tape, absolutely use tape. It's a lot cleaner and you don't have to wait for it to dry. I usually do things in steps, so I just use glue, but today I'm going to just do it all at once. But so use your favorite glue on there, and don't use too much because you don't want those, you know, those glue bumps that you get in paper when you use too much of it. So what is y'all's favorite glue? I'm so curious to know what kind of glue everybody uses, because everybody has a different glue that they love. I have been using this glue since I was younger and started crafting, which was a long time ago. And I just can't say I don't like another glue, but I just haven't used another glue because I just love it. I do use the what is it, E6000? Whatever thousand. I do use that on my charm projects and things that I want a stronger glue for, but for paper, this is my favorite. So then you place it down on top of your cardstock, like so. Make sure everything is even, and like I said, if it's not even and you have little edges, push it down. I like to use my